Now, hello everybody, my name is Christian and welcome back to Skycast. And today we have another hurricane on the way formed in the Gulf of Mexico. His name is Milton. Let's get right into it. And so right here, if we are looking at it, this is, as of now, Tropical Storm Milton. And Tropical Storm Milton is down here. He's in the western portion of the Gulf of Mexico. And he is expected to rapidly intensify from Tropical Storm into a Category 1 hurricane over the next day. And this is going to become rapidly intensifying as it enters the Gulf of Mexico from tropical storm status to Category 3 hurricane status within just about a day or two. This is expected to hit portions of Florida. Actually, almost the whole central state, and almost every part of this will receive some sort of hurricane status. You can see it'll make landfall as a 3, could make a run for Hurricane 4 status. And you can see on the other end of this towards portions of Orlando and Dayton Beach, still Hurricane 1 status as it moves off of land. So all of Central Florida needs to be preparing for this. They need to have safe spots. Tornadoes are a threat. Flooding. There's already rain and stuff through this area. If we actually turn on the single site radar, you can see some areas of low to moderate precipitation, even some areas of high precipitation off of Florida where we're seeing those reds pop up. It's raining and it's going to continue raining through this area even before Milton comes in. Kind of something that we seen from Hurricane Helene, where the rain just continued to get dumped towards this area, and then we had all that flooding that happened. Not as significant as that, but still, flooding concerns, low-lying areas are already going to be a threat when you're having all this raindrop. Flooding, MCD, already in effect. And then as this hurricane starts moving on to land, you're going to get all that rain, all that wind, all that blowing water, as well as the tides, the storm surge, things like that. It's going to be a big concern that we're going to have to watch for. And so this is what Hurricane Milton looks like right now. Tropical storm, soon to be hurricane, so I'm just going to refer to him as Hurricane Milton. But you can see there is some areas of rotation. It is obviously rotating towards this area, and there is kind of a circle of attention that we can tell from this photo. Not an eye yet. There's nothing like that, so obviously we're starting to see some of that more mid-level rotation start to pop up. We could get an eye here in the next little bit. Towards the next day or two. We're kind of just watching to see how this works. And there is wind shear out in the Gulf of Mexico this time. So unlike Helene, there's a decent amount of wind shear that is over here in the Gulf of Mexico, and that can do something that's kind of a bit of a concern. Now, as we are looking at the HWRF model, you can see that that eye starts to pop up on reflectivity here in the next little bit, and that starts moving in. But look what happens. It is fairly small right now, but as this starts hitting that wind shear, it can weaken it, but it can also enlarge it and make this hurricane bigger. So you can see, look at it from right there. Look at how much it grows. It becomes massive, very strong looking, very massive, very much a concerning look for areas. And then it just makes landfall like that. Does look like there is a little bit of a weakening as it makes landfall, but still very intense hurricane, very strong wind gusts for this area. Looks like it makes landfall towards Pinellas County, towards Tampa, and then it'll continue to move off to the east towards the Orlando, Daytona Beach area, Palm Coast, and then it will move out towards the Atlantic that we're seeing right there. So that's very much a concern. Milton that we're going to need to watch out for over the next coming days. Once again, Florida needs to be preparing for this. This isn't anything to play with. Now, I do want to shift up north a little bit, where we are looking at some severe weather today. Not tomorrow or the day after. Those days are just general thunderstorm risks. But we do have some severe weather popping up anywhere from Toronto, the Buffalo area, down towards portions of Pittsburgh and Parkersburg. We do have this slight risk of severe weather in effect. And the reason that is because there is a cold front that's sitting right here, and that's kind of colliding with each other. And that is going to spawn a line of storms through this area. Now, as we are looking, it's pretty dry right now, but about 2 p.m. we start getting these bands of storms to form, and you can see it right along this line towards portions of Canada into portions of Michigan, and this kind of just starts it kind of just remains calm, but it starts fully about 4 or 5 p.m. This is Eastern Standard Time in that slight risk zone. And any of these storms that can remain discrete, that can rotate, can not only drop some hail and those damaging winds, but also could possibly drop a weak tornado, a touch of a tornado. But this will continue through the 4 to 6 to 7 hour mark through that slight risk. About 8 and 9, it starts moving out of that slight risk and starts on a weakening trend. Very much a broken line of storms. Once again, if these can remain discrete, this could be somewhat of a threat for some hail and some tornado. But as this is in through that line, this is more or less going to be a damaging wind threat for wind gusts. I would say anywhere between 55 to 65, possibly some more stronger gusts of 70, but I don't think it's going to be that much higher through this area. So overall, very straightforward threat. If you're under the marginal or the slight risk, be weather aware, know what you need to do in case of a warning. And besides that, that's all I have for you guys today. Very straightforward video today. Some severe weather, major hurricane threat that we are going to have to watch. So thank you guys so much for choosing Skycast as your go-to weather. Stay safe, be weather aware, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.